And we're here once again. It's After Hours only on the Hour After Hours YouTube channel. Now, join me on the line. This woman here, everybody I talk to, whether it's Sarah J., whether it's Reagan Fox, whether it's Callie Reeves, Dee Williams, even Sherry DeVille, say she's on the wish list. You want to shoot, girl, she's on the wish list. I give you one of the hottest milks in the business, somebody who is just, as they said, a damn good actor in person. I give you Syren De Mer. Syren, let's start off here with, how tough has this year been for you? Because usually you're just, it's the phone is ringing off the hook. You're shooting constantly. And now because of COVID, a lot of that stuff got put on hold. So for you, how tough was that where you like being busy and there were times you're like, okay, well, what am I going to do?
Right.
I hate being home. What the hell's going on here?
I mean, it was a double-edged sword because I have kids at home. So it was great to be home. But yes, I'm one of those people that I have to work. I have to be productive. I have to be busy. And I can handle 3 days, maybe 5 days of not being productive. But then after that, I just become a raging bitch and no one wants to be around me. So when COVID hit, yeah, it was actually very difficult for me mentally, emotionally, everything, especially because, I mean, everything was going great. I actually had shoots set with Elegant Angel and a couple other companies that I had never worked for. And those shoots got canceled because of COVID. And then you're going, oh, crap, I don't have any income. What am I going to do? So you find other ways. You know, I had done customs before. I've done Skype shows before. I had an OnlyFans. So I just really took all my energy into those projects and made it happen. I had a couple companies like Adult Time and then kink.com actually hire me to produce some stay-at-home scenes, which was amazing. Luckily, I have a partner at home that I was able to stay COVID compliant, but still be able to produce some new content for everybody. And then things started changing within the industry. We were shooting again, but it was still very difficult for travelers like me because of the whole airline thing. Everybody was afraid that they weren't social distancing and that I'm at a higher risk of getting it, passing it on. So they were like wanting all of us to test at home, fly in, test again, quarantine for like 5 days before we even started shooting. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I waited until things calmed down a little bit more and then started filming again professionally back in September. And things have been going great. So all in all, things could have been much better, but I so thank my lucky stars that things could have been so much worse.
How tough was it balancing all this when, as you said, you have two lives? There's Syren De Mer, the hot, sexy milk, beautiful woman, sensual lover. And then there's probably Syren, mom, wife,
the
daughter.
Soccer mom.
And you're trying to keep everything separate. That's what a lot of people have said. It's been phenomenal about you, is that you keep home life, porn life, and no cross. How tough was that sort of juggling where go, okay, we're going to do a game show. Kids, oh yeah, crap, you can't leave the house. Go downstairs and play video games, or how's about me? Just make sure nobody can hear me. I mean, how tough was it sort of like, okay, you're basically like playing secret agent with all this stuff, making sure kids don't oh crap, mom's naked.
Right. I'm actually really, really lucky with that. I'm very good at compartmentalization. So it's just kind of within me to be able to keep the two lives separate, to make time for both. I'm really, really good at time management and making sure that, everything gets done. I worked actual management for decades, 2 decades plus. So you kind of learn how to do separate things or a whole bunch of things, but know that if you do too many things all at one time, nothing gets done, if that makes sense. So for me, keeping my two lives separate, I don't know, it's an old habit. Plus, I don't live in LA. So when I'm home, I am pretty much home. When I'm in LA, then I'm that person. But Siren is me, but an extension of me. So I guess that probably wasn't a very good answer.
No, it's a great answer. And so let's talk about this new, because recently you did some work, doing a lot of work, I should say, for Pure Taboo. And as everybody I talk to loves it here, you've done stuff where it's like, really mind screwing here. And as an actress, I'm guessing you love it. How tough is it, though, sometimes when they go deep? I mean, it's not just, gonzo porn, brazzers, raw America. This is one where it's like, oh, wow, this is kind of like, mentally screwing with me here a bit. How much fun is it? And how much is it also like, okay, this is intense. I didn't sign up for this crap here.
No, I actually have I'll say a very, very dark fantasy side. That Pure Taboo is just amazing. It kind of fits that. I'm used to BDSM. I've lived that lifestyle for many, many years, off and on. And that kind of can have some very dark implements to it, but also a lot of very caring, loving, trusting things that just kind of swirl around. But when it came to like Pure Taboo, I mean, the storylines were great. They really kind of fit what I can get into. A lot of my characters are mom next door. But every once in a while, I get to play the villain, or, the bad guy, or the bitch, or, someone that's not quite on the up and up. And I love playing those characters because it's really not me. I am actually a very nice kind of girl next door. So being able to play these very dark, pressing the envelope character brings me out and it makes me grow as a person.
Does it help that it's run by a woman? That it's a female director. It's somebody who I think can understand what you're going through. Somebody who at least if you're going, look, I really am not feeling comfortable. She can go, I get it. I've been in your shoes. I know what you're going through. Does that help?
Absolutely. Because Bree's amazing. And yes, being a woman, there's some amazing things you can come. But we have this sisterhood, just basic sisterhood, right? That any of us can go up to her and go, hey, I really do have a problem with this. And that's where, I mean, even our agents kind of play middleman with that. So when, they already know me, but, if they're going to book somebody that they're not quite sure, the agents are going to go, hey, okay, this is what is going on in this particular scene. Are you okay with it? So we have say right away. And then if something goes even a little farther on set, absolutely, we've got full say to say, can we pause a minute? No, I need to talk to you. And Craven was actually the other director for my latest project with them. And he's the same way. I've known him for many, many years. And he knows me, he knows my likes, he knows how I fuck, he knows all of that. I know him as a person, a director, a friend. So it just all kind of worked out really well.
If you're just tuning in, we get Syren De Mer on the show. We're talking a lot of things, of course, Pure Taboo. We're talking COVID. We're talking balancing everything here. How tough is it? What do you look for when you're shooting with people? Because you've gotten to that level now where you or so where browsers calls and they run, they run by, okay, who do you want to work with? Same with Naughty America, same with Pure Taboo. What do you look for in women and men? Is it a look? Is it an attitude? Is it build? Like, what is it that turns you on with men and women?
I can send in requests of who I would like to work with. Bottom line, we're hired actors. We're kind of told, just like Hollywood movies, we're kind of told who we're working with. So you've always got to keep an open mind, especially when it's someone that you've never worked with before. But I'm an instinctual kind of person. So when it comes to what I look for, it's personality. Do I get along with this person? Do I have that little warm feeling, in my stomach and down in my, nether regions? It's like, okay, is this really cool? Am I getting chills? Am I feeling a connection with this person? So there really is no like physical type. I can say I love men with facial hair. I can say with women, I am actually more partial to blondes, but I love all women. If I'm in a bar and, I'm looking around, who catches my attention first? Oh, women. And it's kind of funny because I'll watch them walk away and I'll be like, damn, did you see that? Well, I'm all about the body, the breasts, the mind. The mind is the best and the biggest sex organ you have.
How do you keep the love affair with your partner, husband, family? I mean, how do you keep that fresh when, let's face it, most people think, okay, you have sex with somebody, you love that person. You do an industry where you're having passionate sex, and then it's like, okay, well, that's great, we had fun, but I love my husband. I'm not going to leave him. Like, what is it about this that you two have that can, he can get over it, that you go with other men, and you can go, you know what, you're my guy. No matter what happens, I'm going back home to you.
There's no jealousy. There's no insecurity. Bottom line. He knows that I come home to him. And even, if you go with, I've got other partners as well. So within the last few years, I've actually learned that I am polyamorous. So for me, I'm just overwhelmed with love that I feel for my partners. And then my partners in turn love me and know that I'm not going to lead them astray. I'm going to be completely open and honest. I know the difference between sex and love. And there is a difference. Sex is great. Sex is animalistic. Sex is kind of what any animal is made for, right? Love takes that and puts it on a different level. And when you have that level, you have that trust, you have that security with your partner, there really is no need for insecurity or jealousy.
With everything going on, and as I said, you've been doing this now for a long time. I guess the question is, does it ever get to a point, where you notice all of a sudden, oh crap, this person's a crush. It's getting too personal, because you can turn it on, turn it off. I'm guessing there's been times where a guy, even a girl, they'll look and go, I think we have feelings for you. And you look and go, no, puppy, no, you sit down there. This is work. We're,
Right.
No love. You're not coming home with me here. Puppy stays there. I'm going home.
I have never had that. Everyone in the industry that I have met, worked with, whether in a sex scene or dialogue, we all going in knowing that it's our job. And we build friendships. And yes, some of us will, start dating within the industry, within coworkers. And that's absolutely amazing. I actually have never had anyone like profess a crush. at least for my peers. Now, I've had fans profess their love, their crush. I'll have many that will actually say, I am in love with you. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. But you really don't love me. You do, and then I've got to go into the whole psychology of, it's like you are in infatuation, you crush you. And I am so honored that you feel that way about me, but this isn't true love. So I kind of explain it that way. It's, the fantasy that I'm portraying, it's not really me. So I guess if that happened on set, it probably would be the same. It's like I'm flattered, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're making me blush, and this is just amazing. But I like you as a friend, but you really can't go any farther. You just got to be honest.
Last question for let you go. Unfortunately, we're pressed for time here.
Yeah.
There's been a battle going on, and we saw with Twitter. First, they shut down the president. That was a whole different ball wax. They've been shutting down a lot of porn stars, and now you've seen Instagram do it. Now there's talk that OnlyFans might be doing it because they want to get in bed with the big celebrities. How do you, as a businesswoman, as someone like yourself, who you use social media to build your work, build your network, make money, how do you keep one step ahead? How do you make sure that you're not getting caught with your pants down if all of a sudden Twitter goes, yeah, we're kicking you off, or OnlyFans goes, yeah, we're kicking you off, and you're going, oh crap, I just lost all that money from this revenue.
Right. I mind my P's and Q's to a point. I have been doing this for 15 years. I started with MySpace. Actually, no, I take that back. I started back with the Yahoo groups. But those were kind of like private groups. For public platforms, yeah, it was MySpace. MySpace was the same thing. They did not allow links, anything that was .com or whatever. So you learn little tricks in the characters to where the information is still come across, but it's not considered a link. And we went a long time where we were able to put the links out and not have banned words and not be afraid of putting stuff out there. And we're now taking a big step backwards. So now we're kind of back to watching what we say, how we write it. You make sure that you've got all of your, I'll say, nannies set up, all your settings to where nothing can be seen readily. You just have to follow their TOS bottom line and just hope. We really are, and I hate to say this, second-class citizens. No matter how much everybody loves us and loves porn, we will always be attacked for one reason or another. So you keep that in the back of your mind. You always have a plan B. So if OnlyFans does kick me off, I have a plan B in place to where I can kind of preempt and go, okay, guys, now come over here.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are proud to have on the show. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, but very talented, I give you, it's Syren De Mer. Siren, before I let you go, where can the fans check you out? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website, OnlyFans? If you do Cam Networks, where can fans check all this out at?
Most of it's very, very easy. It's all just Syren De Mer. So Twitter is at Syren De Mer XXX. And then my OnlyFans is that same name. I've got linked. Both of them are linked. So at Syren De Mer XXX. Instagram is Syren De Mer. Facebook, I've got 2 pages. So I have my main page, and then I've got a fan page also under Syren De Mer. Don't have a website that's running, but I will give you guys a little hint. There will be one opening up at some point soon. And then email is siren@simplesiren.com.
Syren De Mer, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are proud to have her on the show. She's all over the place. Go check her out. We come back, folks. It's going to be check out more action here only on It Is After Hours only on the After Hours YouTube channel.